Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of Mental Health Monday here with Jenna Camille. What's good?
What's up?
I am coolin'. How are ya?
I'm doing good. It's been a very busy day, but I'm glad to be here and glad to be talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. You know, we've been going back and forth, almost missed each other.
Yeah.
It was a day. It was definitely a day. So tell the folks what you do.
I am a musician. I am a producer. I'm a keyboardist. I'm a songwriter. I'm an instrumentalist. I am many things involving the art of music.
Okay. And what's the importance behind your craft when it comes to music?
I think the main thing is that I want to be a representative of where I come from and a representative of my culture, and just a representative of, you know, the life that I've experienced that I know is not, I'm unique, but a lot of my experiences aren't, and I just want to serve as another representation of, you know, things that other people might feel or might want to connect to, or connect with, and hopefully allow people to hear and see themselves through me and through my work.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me about how feelings affect your music.
I am a very introspective writer. I was talking to a friend about this. I have a hard time writing Joni Mitchell, or not to say that she's not in touch with herself, but, you know, being able to write about a story or make up a story that has to do with something that you saw, like a bird flying in the air, you know, a train moving by. Everything is guided by what has happened or what I feel or what I expect to feel, or it's very driven by my emotions and the things that I care about. And so it's a good chunk. It's a good, I would call it the motor behind what I do.
Do you ever have to visit dark spaces for certain tracks?
I try not to intentionally. I think I do find that I tend to create more when I am in darker spaces, which is interesting. But I try not to be like, okay, let me go back to this point in my childhood where I, you know, didn't get enough attention or something so that I can write this song. Because I don't want to use my music necessarily for therapy, even though it is very therapeutic. I want to just kind of be in connection with something and allow it to express itself out of me. And if it's dark, then it's dark. If it's motivating, then it's motivating. Whatever it is that is seeping out, I'd rather just allow it to.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so what makes that experience of music itself therapeutic for you?
Because it allows me to express myself in a way that hasn't always been easy for me. I've always been, even since I was a child, I've always been someone who has struggled a little bit with words and voicing certain things and certain feelings and emotions, good or bad. And I felt like music gave me the space to do that in a way that felt uninterrupted, and I wasn't in a position to be judged. I was able to kind of release it and leave it there. So it's definitely been healing in that way.
Can you describe the struggle of not being able to release your feelings on something that is good?
Oh man, yeah. Ooh, that's beautiful. I think, and I don't mean to make this a moment where I bash my family or bash anyone, but I think I grew up in a very critical environment where the negative was the first to be pointed out. And if we were lucky, we'd get to the positive, but it took a lot of dealing with the negative before you could hear a positive thing. So I think that is just how I've learned to relate to myself and then relate to others. And it's something I'm working on, but I realized that it's so funny that you asked me that, because I recently realized this maybe a couple of weeks ago, or and it's really sinking in now. I have a hard time expressing the positive before the negative. And it's almost like I can feel that tension when I don't express the negative. And I can feel that tension when I'm expressing the positive. Even just to say, I love you sometimes, I realize why does that feel so hard? So I think that has to do with just once you normalize something, it's very hard to shift, because it's so many things that crumble once you break that normalization. So great question.
No, you said it, and as soon as you said that, for me that was fascinating, because someone having a hard time expressing what's wrong, that's to be expected. That's like the status quo. Someone having a problem with expressing what's giving them happiness and joy, I don't hear about that a lot. So as soon as you said that, I was like, I gotta ask. That's a talking point. My college coach at a Catholic University of America, when you didn't do a great job, when you did a great job, it was, that's not bad.
Yes. I can never fully go there.
And when you did a bad job, it's, this could be better. Just,
that's me all the way.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm good on that's dope, and that's dope still is very close to that's not bad. It's just it's just right above there. And that's probably as far because I think also just having that art background and going to a art high school and having so much art training where you're trained and in some ways trained on a European standard to be able to identify what is good, what is bad, what is strong technique, what is weak technique.
Which art high school?
I went to Duke Ellington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, that's kind of ingrained in me as well. I don't know why the discomfort though, and that's something that I've been exploring lately, is why does it make me feel uncomfortable just to say that was great, or you look great, or you're beautiful, or I'm so happy to have you, or I don't know if it's the vulnerability. I think there's something that feels safer about being negative, because in some ways it keeps a distance. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about distance and the joy